Hello there everyone, my name is Clink and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda. So, last time we made our way through the demon? No, the dragon, right? That's level 6, and then today's the demon? Yeah. To start off with, I'm going to mess up a couple times, I guess. This dungeon is quite a bit easier than level 6 is, in my opinion. There's a lot we can skip here because of how many keys I brought with me to the dungeon. The amount of keys I used in level 2 is still kind of carrying me up to this point in the game. Go on ahead, defeat those Moldorms. We don't need to light this room because it's just, there's nothing in there but the keys, so go on ahead and we're going to move on from there. And this dungeon's not too bad, mainly because the main enemy here is just Gorias, which we've dealt with plenty of them throughout the game, and they're not nearly as bad to deal with as Wizrobes or Dark Nuts. You can kind of just keep your distance from them. They're vulnerable to the Magic Rod. That really helps. If we go up from here, I believe yeah, okay. There's a secret in the tip of the nose. So that's something we're not really going to be able to understand until we have the dungeon map. But we will see what the old man means soon enough. There's a Digdogger in this room. We can just kind of ignore him as well, since it's not like the door is locked or anything. That's something that's going to happen a lot in this dungeon, actually. It's just different rooms just don't need to be visited. We can get this key, even though it's not necessary. I still want to get a couple of keys just to help me out a little bit. Dungeon 8, I believe, we're going to get an item that's essentially just an infinite key, but I still want to have plenty of keys in the meantime, because that'll make Dungeon 8 a lot easier, because Dungeon 8 is really tough without proper preparation. Another room full of Gorias. We actually don't need to fight these, but if you defeat them all, I believe you get bombs. If you're running low, you can get some extras from here, I guess. Let me just stand here. As long as you're careful, your shield will block the fireballs, presuming you still have the magic shield, I guess. And oh, there we go. That's what I really want. Get over here. This thing's gonna despawn at this rate. There we go. And we're also gonna get the final bomb upgrade in this dungeon. I said last time I would go farm some rupees, so I kind of just went around the whole map and I killed stuff until I had enough money to buy the bomb upgrade, as it is gonna cost us 100 rupees. And this dungeon is gonna use a lot of bombs, so this is the perfect one to get the bomb upgrade in. And in fact, we're going to be getting the bomb upgrade from this door, so getting that key was kind of worth it, as we can actually progress the dungeon without having to waste our saved up keys. But yeah, now we can hold 16 bombs. That's the highest we can hold in the game, so there's no more bomb upgrades. We're pretty much about as upgraded as we're going to get at this point in the game, aside from a few nice additional items that are going to be more enhancements. There's not really any new items. We are going to get a pretty helpful item in this dungeon. However, it's one I wish would have shown up a little bit earlier, because we've just been using this item since the first part. And I also want to re-equip my magic rod. It's nice that the magic rod gets to be really useful in this dungeon after it not being too helpful in level 6 against all the Wizrobes. And this is the Digdogger room. There's multiple Digdoggers in here. I think there's 3. We are going to have to kill one of them. And this room is where we need to get to. I am going to kill these Gorias, though. Just to maybe get an extra heart. No, but a couple extra rupees doesn't hurt. My goal is to get up to 40 at minimum before the end of this place. And this guy is the reason we bought the meat. He's gonna say, "Grumble, grumble." We're gonna show him the meat. You cannot get past this guy. There will be like an invisible wall right here if you don't have, or if you haven't given him the meat already. And until you do, you just can't pass him, which is really annoying, honestly. But we had the meat ready since we bought it last time, so it really isn't that big of a deal for us, and we can move on to this room with a bunch of Garias and the dungeon map. So the old man's hint was the secret is in the tip of the nose, I believe is what he said, and that's essentially going to translate to the far right here. I'm still trying to figure out how this is a demon. Is it just me, or does this kind of look like a dinosaur more than anything? Almost like the head of a velociraptor. But if we go up to this north wall, we can bomb this, even though it doesn't look like you can. There is a room up here, and it's going to have a lot of rupees. I say a lot, it's like 10, but whatever. And there's another bombable wall to the right. You can bypass using a key this way. Like, there's just a lot of keys you can bypass using in this dungeon as well. It seems like I think I've used one, or I have one less than what I came in with, at least. And from here, where we're gonna want to go south, if you go to the right, though, I believe the room has just Garias and an extra key in there, should you need it. I think from here, we're gonna want to go to the right, but I'm trying not to take too much damage. This dungeon is just so much more pleasant to do after level 6. With level 6, having to use a potion and whatnot, never going below, I would say, maybe 13 hearts in this dungeon is really nice. And from here, I think we're gonna bomb this wall here. Yeah. This should be the room where we're gonna get the item. We will have to kill these Garias to go grab it, though. But... oh, no, I lost my sword beams. Gotta get my magic rod, and... oh, wait, that's a heart. And the Garias are super nice about dropping you items. Let's push this out of the way and go retrieve our item, which is gonna be the red candle. The only logical upgrade to the candle would be to make it usable infinitely on a screen, and that's exactly what this does. So if you want to spam fire on stuff, go ahead. You can now burn every bush in the game without remorse if you want to hunt down every last little secret in the game. And then from here, I do believe we're gonna bomb the wall on the right and just kind of keep on moving on towards the boss, which we need to get to that top right corner like the hint said, so let's actually just ignore this room altogether and walk on through. This is going to be the third Dig Dogger of the dungeon. This is the only one we need to kill. So let's play the flute. And as you can see, this time he split into 3, which none of the Dig Doggers before this did that. But he's not too hard to kill. And then we're greeted with a bunch of Dodongos, but there's no door anyway. The only thing that could be revealed if you killed them all is a staircase, but it won't be. Instead, you need to bomb the door to the right. Or, not door, but wall. Speaking of walls, if I can get them to show up, this room has a bunch of wall masters in it. You do need to kill all the wall masters in this room to open up the staircase. I believe there's 6 of them. Use the magic rod and you will be fine, hopefully. Is that all of them? It is. Cool. You have to push the block from the inside, I do believe, and that'll open up the staircase. And we can now just have a nice, pleasant walk to the boss from here. The boss is kind of in the center of the dungeon almost, as you can see. The boss is going to be one room to the right from here, and we will, the boss is actually going to be a familiar face, believe it or not. This is a boss we have fought before, which was, no, last time was Goma, so this is the first time a boss is being reused as the boss. And believe it or not, the boss is unchanged since last time we met it. And the boss is none other than Aquamentus once again, and he is vulnerable to the magic rod, so we're just going to use that. He'll die in 3 hits, and since we have the magic shield, we can block his fireballs anyway, and that's our second to last heart container. Only one more to get from Dungeon 8, and one more Triforce piece by extension at this point, so we're getting real close to the end. I think that dungeon still almost took me as long as dungeon 6. I'm not sure though. It's a pretty big dungeon for this game's standards. I did get enough rupees for what I want to do at least. We're gonna make our way over towards the 8th dungeon today, but I'm actually gonna do a couple of things before then. While we're basically done with really anything to collect in the overworld, and we just need to do the dungeons, what I am going to do before dungeon 8, and I'll probably do this before dungeon 9 as well, is I'm gonna buy another potion. In this game, so we got the second potion, right? And it has 2 charges. It then becomes a blue potion after you use 1 charge. However, you can still go to the medicine shop, and if you buy a blue potion while having a blue potion, it becomes a red potion. So I am going to go on ahead and buy just a blue potion to save a little bit of money for the time being. The reason for this is, even if I use just the 1 potion in level 8 and then I'm all good for level 9 to just buy 1 red potion, I might need both tiers in level 8 alone. But yeah, if you come down here, this is one screen to the right of the starting screen of the game, so right here. There is a medicine shop. I believe you can only get medicine at each shop 1 time. So let's go on ahead and buy ourselves the blue potion from here. And yeah, see, now we have a red potion. And yeah, if we go back in, I think it's just gone. Oh, no, I'm a liar. Okay, so you can just buy infinite medicine if you want to. If you're struggling, you can always farm out more medicine. We're gonna go down to 0 rupees right now, because I do want to show at least one of these before I finish the game. If I can find which bush it is. One of these. I know it is. I think it's this one. Oops. Why didn't you burn earlier? Pay me for the door repairs. So yeah, there's people that will take your money if you destroy their entrance. Maybe you shouldn't be living under a bush that some adventurer might end up burning one day. Stupid old man. But that is really the only other thing I wanted to show. I was thinking about doing the money-making game, but it's kind of hard to do that when I have no money to spend on it in the first place. So we might as well just make our way over to level 8, which is going to be over to the right of where we are. We're actually not too far from it. Just gonna be a couple screens over, and then we can have a pleasant, lovely time in there. From this screen, I think it's down. Yep, this is it. So level 8, believe it or not, is just under this random bush right here. I don't know how you're supposed to find this dungeon. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today. I'll see you guys next time, where we'll take on not take on the last dungeon, but obtain the last Triforce piece. Bye-bye.